Hi there, I'm Barry from a band called Twin Atlantic, and you're watching BandApp TV.
Colin here with BandApp. I'm here with Barry from Twin Atlantic. How you
Hello.
doing, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, all
We've
good.
just been chatting about the old days and Farnborough days.
Yeah.
Barry's got a lot of family where I live.
Yeah.
So you guys are playing a little bit later on.
We are really looking forward to it.
So for some people that haven't seen Twin Atlantic,
Yeah.
what do they kind of expect, or what should they expect from a set?
They can expect very loud drummer. Craig, our drummer's a hard hitter, so that has a knock-on process, but we also have very loud guitars to keep up with Craig, and very loud vocals to keep up with the guitar. So just a loud rock experience. Yeah.
I like that. I think it's always because your stuff on album, it sounds really good, but also I always think that live you have to always kind of see more. And normally bands just seem to naturally sound. If you can have a really heavy record, but it somehow even sounds heavier live. You see what I mean?
I mean, I always feel like, when we play live, we always try and put on the best show we can, but we were a live band for a long time before we ever recorded, so we kind of learned to, all our guitar tones and everything were all like epitomised live, and it was very much about that. So when we actually had to record live, in a studio, it was like a really alien experience for us. So we kind of had to relearn how to play for the studio or whatever. But live is where we feel most comfortable.
Sure, and I mean, I think this is the fourth year in a row you've done Reading and Leeds.
It's the fourth year in a row, so it's an honour to be invited back again. And they brought the sun for us this year.
Well, we
put the sun on our rider, so it was nice that they actually delivered it.
Tour manager sorted it out for
yeah, totally.
So it's good. So what does it sort of mean to you? Always play, Reading and Leeds. I did it quite a bit in my band and whatever, and it was always just like a really nice thing to do. But do you prefer necessarily one over the other?
It's tough. They're both good for different reasons. Both the festivals in general have such a kind of history that I feel like both Reading and Leeds have been so defining for so many bands that to be able to become a part of the festival's lineage ourselves and be part of the fabric of the festival, having played 4 years, is such an honour. Considering the bands who have gone before us and all the bands that we grew up listening to have all played Reading and Leeds Festival. So the first year we got invited, we were just over the moon, and now to be invited back again, it's still very much as big an excitement for us. But for picking between the festivals, I'd say Reading's a little bit more chilled, which is nice.
Yeah.
And in Leeds up north, they've got more of the passive aggressive rowdiness, which coming from Glasgow makes us feel quite at home. But they're both lovely festivals. So.
Happy days. So are you checking any bands out later on, or are you guys heading off after you played? Or
hopefully I'll be checking out a bunch of bands. Our good friends Enter Shikari are playing today. So we're watching them. Queens of Stone Age are headlining, and Josh Homme. I mean, as a guitar player myself, Josh Homme's incredible.
I think it's kind of rude not to see Queens of the Stone Age whenever they play.
I think so.
I used to be a massive kind of Caius fan back in the day.
Caius, of course, man.
And it was just, and then Queens of the Stone Age, again, they just don't let you down.
Absolutely.
So I think they're one of those bands you can always kind of rely on to just be incredible, and they do it really casually as well. They're just like...
They're kind of effortlessly, kind of annoyingly incredible, I find.
And they keep it up too, so that's good. So how's 2014 been so far, anyway?
It's been a bit of a whirlwind so far. We recorded an album at the end of last year, and the whole kind of summer and early parts of the year have just been kind of a build up to the release of a record, which came out on Monday. Excuse the shameless plug, but
no, that's what you're here for, mate. You've got to promote something, otherwise what's the point of doing any press?
Great Divide came out on Monday, and so the build up to that has just been playing as many shows as we can, and since then, playing loads of festivals, and we'll be back out after the festivals. We'll be back out touring and playing loads of headline shows and just being a real band again.
No, that's great,
which is really nice.
How do you guys decide what to play these days, though? If your album's in, so how do you make those decisions? Do you mix it up every night, or do you?
Well, for headline shows, we kind of are veering towards. Not as bad, but we're kind of veering towards the Bruce Springsteen approach of let's just play everything.
Yeah. Well, it gives good value, doesn't it? And then you're kind of making sure you're ticking all the boxes as well with the fans.
Totally. Let's just keep playing, and we love good atmospheres at gigs. So it's nice to kind of stretch that out.
Absolutely, and I think it's also nice for particularly I think for like early fans who kind of like got into you from the start, and a lot of bands, you know, when they concentrate on the new material, you know, you have to do that, and that's great.
Obviously,
but sometimes they can feel a bit neglected if the old stuff that they kind of fell in love with isn't there. So if you keep that in the mix,
we like a good mix, especially at festivals where you get a shorter set. We play a good mix of old and new, because I mean we're massive music fans and we've got time off. And even when we're at festivals, still we go and watch as many bands as we can. And when a band's like, "Oh, I'm just going to be playing all the new material," it's great to see the new stuff live. But at the same time, there's no harm in chucking a few old songs.
Well, wasn't it as somebody said, something about like Radiohead when they don't play Creep or something? It's like, come on.
I know.
You at least owe it to people to play it. It doesn't mean you have to like it yourself or anything, but that song arguably got you where you are. So it's kind of, you kind of owe it, I think, to play it. So I like that attitude.
Yeah, I think bands who kind of shy away from the history of their band, it's kind of like, it's a bit weird. I guess it's kind of like when you look back at old photographs of yourself and it's like, oh God, what was I thinking? You know what I mean? Those corduroys were a really bad idea. And I appreciate how artists can feel that way about songs, but at the same time, it's, you know, songs are kind of like a snapshot of where you were creatively at a certain time, and
that's a good
I think there's nothing wrong with like embracing the people that you once perhaps were, and just being proud of that, you know.
That's good. So younger bands up and coming, there's always a few heading up the bill. So what sort of advice do you give to kids these days that, you know, come and chat to you in a band, and you know, what are the do's and don'ts in your opinion?
I kind of feel like I'm not in a position to give advice, but the one thing I always say to younger bands when they come and speak to us is enjoy yourself and have fun, because there's a lot of people who are too serious with music and I don't know if pretentious is the word, but I think people's motives have to be pure and true to get pure and true music. Like I see a lot of bands who just want to get big for the sake of being in a big band. And they kind of more focus on the success rather than focus on the music. Whereas I feel like if you focus on writing good music and being the best musician that you can be and enjoy yourself, there's always going to be like-minded people out there who enjoy your music as much as you enjoy it. So as long as you're having a good time, other people can as well.
Absolutely.
So
I like it. It's nice to hear. So last question. If you were to choose the headliners for Reading Festival, like each night, one each, what would you pick yourself?
Oh, that's really, really tough, man.
They can have dead people back to life, whatever you want.
Oh, I can
you can resurrect.
I can exhume whoever I want.
You can indeed,
Amazing, man. Well, I'll start in the land of the living. Friday night, I would have Pearl Jam. Headline.
Fair enough.
You know, they're one of the greatest live bands still kicking it about just now. Second night, I would have this is really tough. I would have, who would I have play? I'd have Pink Floyd headline, but I would have Jeff Buckley.
Oh, all right,
just before Pink Floyd. I feel like their music would complement each other really well. And then the Sunday night for the ultimate closer would have to be Queen. So,
fair enough. I don't think you can do better than that. It's good choices, Barry. Good choices. So, thanks so much for your time. Cheers for hanging out with us for a bit.
And talking to me, Colin.
Happy days, mate. Happy days.
Cheers, man.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot.
Nice,
Cheers,
man.
Barry.
Thank you very much.
House.